Did you know that nearly everyone experiences a deep sense of loneliness at least once in their lifetime? Yet, here we are in a world more interconnected than ever. Despite all the connections, many of us still find ourselves searching for genuine, meaningful bonds, seeking a remedy for the quiet epidemic of loneliness that seems to be spreading across our lives. It's a paradox that's both fascinating and inherently human, and it makes you wonder, how is it possible to feel so alone in a crowd? How do we navigate these turbulent waters when the traditional ways no longer seem to fit the modern world? What if I told you that the answers we seek might be found in the wisdom of the past? Stoicism, the ancient philosophy embraced by some of history's greatest minds, doesn't just provide a way to tackle adversity, it offers a roadmap for living a fulfilling life, rich in connection and contentment, even in today's fast-paced world. So, if you've ever felt the sting of loneliness, or if you're simply curious about finding deeper peace and connection, stay with us. We're about to dive into Stoic principles that can help combat loneliness and guide us toward a life filled with meaning and joy. Let's explore together how these ancient teachings can be surprisingly relevant and incredibly effective in our lives today. Trust me, this is a journey worth embarking on. 12 Stoic solutions for overcoming loneliness and depression. 1. Embracing movement. When you think of movement, what comes to mind? A morning jog, a yoga session, or hitting the gym? Sure, all of that counts. But let's dig a little deeper. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who prized wisdom and resilience, saw movement as something far more profound. It wasn't just about physical fitness, it was about aligning yourself with the world around you. Imagine moving your body not just to build strength or shed a few pounds, but as a means to connect with the very essence of life itself. It's like sending a message to every part of your being, signaling, we're in this together. Every stretch, every mindful walk, every movement becomes a conversation with your soul. You're telling yourself, I hear you, I honor you, and I'm here for you. This kind of movement isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and deeply healing. And here's the best part. Embracing movement in the Stoic sense doesn't require expensive gym memberships or fancy equipment. It's about weaving movement into your daily life in a way that feels natural and uplifting. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Dance around your living room to your favorite tune, or stretch during a work break. Make movement a celebration of what your body can do, not a punishment for that extra piece of cake. So, why is this so powerful, especially when it comes to tackling loneliness? Because moving your body releases endorphins, boosts your mood, and helps you feel more connected not just to your body, but to the world around you. It's a simple yet powerful way to shift your energy and mindset. Endorphins, those feel-good hormones that light up your brain like a Christmas tree. But beyond just boosting your mood, movement brings you into the present moment, connecting you to the world around you and to your own inner strength. It's a reminder that you're alive, capable, and more resilient than you may realize. 2. Be your own cheerleader. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature, emphasized the importance of self-compassion and recognizing our own value. They understood something vital that we often forget: the need to be kind and supportive to ourselves. They taught that the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one you'll ever experience. So, what does it mean to be your own cheerleader? Think about how you treat your best friend. You support them, listen to them, celebrate their achievements, and lift them up when they're down. Now, ask yourself, do you offer the same kindness, patience, and encouragement to yourself? If the answer is no, it's time to make a shift. Being your own cheerleader means acknowledging your efforts, forgiving your mistakes, and celebrating your victories no matter how small they may seem. It's about treating yourself as your own best friend, and this isn't just feel-good advice. It's a powerful tool for combating loneliness and sadness. When you're your own best friend, you're never truly alone. You have an endless source of strength and compassion within you. Here's where Stoic wisdom shines through. They didn't preach self-love in isolation. Instead, they saw it as part of a bigger picture, one where self-compassion was the foundation for living a virtuous and meaningful life. It wasn't about indulging in ego, but about recognizing your inherent worth and using that recognition to build a life of purpose. To put this into practice, start by noticing when you're being your harshest critic. Replace that voice with one of encouragement and understanding. Celebrate your progress, learn from your setbacks, and treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend. This shift in mindset can be incredibly empowering, helping to build resilience and foster a positive self-image, reminding you that you're never truly alone in your journey. 3. Find satisfaction in what you have. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to want more, to achieve more, be more, and have more. Sure, dreaming big and setting goals is important, but sometimes we get so caught up in striving for the next big thing that we forget to appreciate the present. Enter Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, and his timeless advice. Marcus wasn't just an emperor, he was deeply invested in understanding how to live a meaningful life. One of his key teachings was to find happiness, not just in achieving our goals, but in the very act of living, striving, and growing. The real essence of life is in the journey, the small steps, the setbacks, and the victories along the way. When we're chasing a goal, it's easy to think, I'll be happy once I get there. But Marcus Aurelius would tell us to find joy in the journey itself. It's about being present, appreciating the struggle and growth, and recognizing the beauty of the process. This doesn't mean you shouldn't aim high or push yourself, but it's about weaving satisfaction and gratitude into your daily life. How can we apply this Stoic wisdom? Start by taking a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be as simple as enjoying a hot cup of coffee, having a good conversation, or noticing the progress you've made on a project. It's about training your mind to appreciate the good in the midst of challenges. And there's more to it than just gratitude. Redefine what success means to you. Instead of measuring success solely by outcomes, consider the effort, learning, and growth that comes with each step. Celebrate your small wins, learn from your setbacks, and remind yourself that every day is an opportunity to live your values, strive for excellence, and find joy in the present. 4. View your life from a new perspective. Ever find yourself so caught up in the day-to-day that you forget the world is much bigger than your immediate problems? It happens to all of us. We become hyper-focused on our struggles and needs until they seem like the only thing that matters. But what if you could step back and look at your life from a new perspective? This is a practice the Stoics have long recommended, called the view from above. Great Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca often encouraged this exercise to help gain perspective. Imagine, for a moment, that you're up in space, looking down on Earth. From that vantage point, your life, your challenges and triumphs seems just like a small part of a vast interconnected world. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. It helps us see beyond our immediate problems and realize that life is a complex tapestry of experiences, people, and moments. It doesn't diminish the significance of our struggles. Rather, it puts them into a broader context, making them seem more manageable and less overwhelming. So, how do we incorporate this Stoic wisdom into modern life? It's simple. Take a few moments each day to zoom out and remind yourself of the vastness of life. Meditate, look at the stars, stand on a mountain, or even glance at a map or globe. The goal is to mentally zoom out and see your life from a broader perspective. This practice can profoundly affect how we handle challenges. When you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself of the view from above. Consider the billions of people on this planet, each with their own stories and struggles. Think of the endless expanse of the universe, with its countless stars and galaxies. It's a reminder that while our lives are important, they are part of something much bigger. 5. The power of shared experiences. There's a unique strength that arises when we face challenges alongside others. Whether it's climbing a difficult mountain with friends, tackling a group project, or simply navigating the highs and lows of life together, there's something deeply powerful in that collective spirit. It's the knowledge that we're not alone, that we're united in our struggles. The Stoics understood this concept well. They believed that life isn't just about individual achievements, but about our connections with others. They urged us to shift from the solitary I to the collective we. When we share our challenges, when we open up and work together to overcome them, we're not just helping ourselves, we're helping each other. There's something incredibly comforting about realizing that others are facing their own battles and yet are there to support you through yours. This doesn't diminish our personal struggles, but reminds us that suffering is a part of the human experience, and facing it together makes us stronger. To embrace this Stoic wisdom, start by being open and vulnerable. Reach out for support and offer it in return. Build a community where people feel seen and heard, whether it's listening to a friend, joining a support group, or simply sharing your story. Beyond emotional support, we should also focus on tangible collective action, working together on projects, or even contributing to larger societal changes. By working in unity, we can create meaningful change and find comfort in our shared resilience. 6. Know when to ask for help. Imagine you're caught in a metaphorical storm. The wind is howling, the rain is pouring, and you're standing alone, fighting the elements. Stoicism doesn't teach you to stand alone and endure in silence. It encourages you to recognize when it's time to ask for help. There's a real strength in recognizing that we are part of something greater, connected to others who can lend a hand when needed. Asking for help is an acknowledgement of our shared humanity. It's about understanding that none of us are isolated. We are all part of a collective experience, interconnected and reliant on each other. This realization aligns with Stoic principles, reminding us that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a call to embrace our vulnerability and recognize our interdependence. So how can we apply this Stoic wisdom to our everyday lives? Begin by accepting that it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to feel overwhelmed or uncertain. What matters is how we respond to these feelings. Do we close ourselves off and isolate, or do we reach out for support? The Stoics would advocate for seeking help when needed, leaning on the collective wisdom of those around us. But here's the catch. Asking for help isn't just about receiving. It's also about giving. By allowing others to help us, we open the door to mutual growth and support, creating a cycle of giving enriches everyone involved. Through this, we embody Stoic virtues of courage, wisdom, and community. 7. Focus on your path. Stoicism teaches us the power of understanding what truly matters and then staying laser-focused on it. It's not about ignoring the distractions of the world, but rather discerning what deserves your attention and what doesn't. Think of your life as a journey and your goals, dreams, and values as your personal roadmap, your North Star. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, talked extensively about staying true to yourself and not getting swept up in the external noise. Life is full of distractions, social media, notifications, news cycles, but keeping your eyes on your North Star means focusing on your path, even when everything around you seems to pull you in different directions. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That's the heart of Stoic philosophy. Stay grounded and maintain your course, no matter the chaos around you. So, how can we do this in our fast-paced world? First, take a moment each day to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are you working towards? What are your core values? Once you've identified those, it's important to set boundaries. It's okay to say no to things that don't align with your purpose. Stoic wisdom teaches us that distractions and obstacles are part of the journey. They're not setbacks, but opportunities to strengthen your resolve and reaffirm your commitment to your path. 8. Embrace the impermanence of life. From the most powerful emperors to the humblest of individuals, we all share one undeniable truth. Everything changes, everything passes. In this constant flux, there's a beautiful, albeit humbling, reminder to live fully and appreciate every moment. Now, you might think this sounds a bit depressing, right? But stick with me, this isn't about dwelling on the morbid or letting existential dread take over. Quite the opposite, in fact. Recognizing that everything is temporary allows us to fully appreciate the present. It teaches us to savor the now, because if nothing lasts forever, we have a precious opportunity to make the most of the time we have. Take a page from Marcus Aurelius' book, who once reminded us, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do, say, and think. It's a powerful call to action. This isn't about fearing the end. It's about using the knowledge of impermanence as motivation. It urges us to stop procrastinating on what matters and to embrace the urgency of today, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. So, how can we incorporate this Stoic wisdom into our everyday lives? It starts with practicing gratitude, taking a moment each day to appreciate the people, experiences, and simple joys we have. It's about savoring the fleeting beauty of life. Next, it's about living authentically. If time is short, why waste it being anything but true to yourself? The Stoics encouraged us to live in alignment with our values, to pursue the things that truly matter. And finally, it's about letting go of grudges, of past mistakes, and of the fear of what's to come. Life, like the seasons, is always changing, and in that change, there's room for growth, learning, and the chance to begin anew. 9. Embrace adversity. The Stoics, with their deep wisdom, taught us that adversity is not just something to endure, it's something to embrace. They believed that every challenge, setback, or failure is the universe's way of asking, how will you respond? These moments are like hidden treasures, offering us the chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Life is full of challenges that push us out of our comfort zones. But what if we stopped dreading these moments? What if we saw each difficulty as an opportunity to discover a new part of ourselves? Imagine you face a setback, a job loss, a failed project, or a personal crisis. Your first reaction might be frustration or despair, but here's where Stoic wisdom really makes a difference. Instead of being knocked down, rise up with determination. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? This isn't about pretending adversity is easy. It's about acknowledging the difficulty and then finding the courage to face it head on. The more we practice embracing adversity, the more adept we become at navigating life's challenges. We begin to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. We grow more adaptable, more resilient, and more open to change. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, embrace it. Look it in the eye and say, "I'm ready to learn from you." This simple shift in perspective can change not just how we face challenges, but how we move through the world. 10. Don't bottle up your emotions. Feeling down, overwhelmed, or isolated is like carrying around a heavy boulder on your shoulders. Even the wisest Stoics, those paragons of strength and resilience, faced emotional burdens. They understood something crucial that we often forget. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be vulnerable. Stoicism isn't about denying emotions or pretending they don't exist. It's about understanding them and learning how to respond in a healthy, constructive way. The Stoics valued self-awareness and emotional intelligence. They believed that in order to face life's challenges with dignity, we first need to understand our own feelings. So when you feel sad, anxious, or just plain worn out, remember you're not alone. These emotions are part of the shared human experience. There's strength in vulnerability. Admitting I'm struggling is the first step to releasing that heavy burden. But here's the key: don't keep it all inside. Share your feelings with someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or even a therapist. When we share our vulnerabilities, we realize we're not alone. This connection is healing. The Stoics knew that community and support were essential, and that we don't have to face life's challenges alone. We're social beings, wired for connection, and in those bonds we find the strength to carry on. 11. Seek stillness. The Stoics had a profound understanding of human nature and the universe, and they were strong advocates for moments of quiet reflection. They knew the power of carving out stillness in our day-to-day lives, a space to pause the external chaos and dive deep into our own thoughts and feelings. It's in these moments of stillness that we find clarity, peace, and insights into how to live a meaningful life. In today's fast-paced world, finding stillness might seem impossible. Our schedules are packed, our phones are buzzing, and there's always something demanding our attention. But seeking stillness isn't about escaping modern life or retreating from the world. It's about finding pockets of peace within the noise. Think of life as a busy city, horns honking, people rushing, screens flashing. Seeking stillness is like finding a quiet park in the middle of that city, a peaceful place to sit, breathe, and reconnect with yourself. The good news: you don't need a special retreat or a long meditation session to experience stillness. You can find it in small moments, turning off your phone for a while, going for a walk without distractions, or simply sitting quietly and focusing on your breath. The Stoics believed that these small moments of mindfulness allow us to hear our thoughts clearly, understand our emotions, and gain clarity on what truly matters. In these moments of stillness, We find peace, a break from the noise, a respite from life's constant demands. 12. Accept things as they are. The Stoics deeply understood that life is inherently unpredictable. It's full of surprises, twists, turns, and the occasional pothole. Rather than resist this uncertainty, they advocated for embracing it with a sense of peace. They taught that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. Accepting things as they are doesn't mean passivity or giving up. It's not about throwing in the towel. Instead, it's about acknowledging that some things are beyond our control, and that's okay. The key is to focus on what is in our control and to approach our goals with calmness and clarity. We do our best, and then we let go of the rest. Imagine how freeing it is to stop trying to control everything. By accepting life as it is, we can avoid the storms of worry and anxiety that come with trying to micromanage every detail. This acceptance allows us to move through life with grace and ease. And here's the Stoic twist. By accepting things as they are, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life. Like the seasons, life is full of cycles, growth, decay, success, setbacks. In embracing that flow, we find a profound peace, a solid foundation amidst the ever-changing world. So, the next time you're caught in a whirlwind of uncertainty, take a deep breath. Focus on what you can control, do your best, and then let the rest unfold as it will. Accepting life as it comes isn't about giving up, it's about living in harmony with it. And that's it, a journey through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, applied to our modern lives. It's not the challenges we face, but how we choose to respond to them that shapes our path. So, as you go through your day, your week, your life, carry these lessons with you. Let them be a guiding light, a reminder that even in the chaos, there is strength, serenity, and wisdom waiting to be tapped. Thank you for joining me on this journey. You're not just viewers, you're part of this Stoic community, a collective of thoughtful seekers and resilient spirits. If you found value in today's lesson, consider diving deeper by exploring more videos on this channel. Keep questioning, keep growing, and keep embracing the wisdom of the Stoics.